Testing. Hello, everybody, and welcome. All right, Dart, you hear me? Okay, no doubling. All right, Dart, you hear me? Okay. Type in the chat if you hear me. Okay, with no problem. All right, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone. I know maybe someone behind don't want to get in here. Yes, I got a different subject today. Why do I selecting this subject? Because this is very simple. This is a problem or a situation for you, for your neighbor, for everybody, for me as a pilot, for me as a human being. What happened? Today, these things are spread in all the networks. And if you go to all the networks, you can see that everybody talking about flying saucer, ovnis, and all that thing. Yeah, it is true. So what is going to happen? The people, you, me, whoever around, we always have to go somewhere. And most of the time, we have to take a plane. We have to go to an airport, we have to go on airlines. And now, this problem is affecting all of us. Regardless if they put in fears, regardless if that's true or not, regardless if they're going to be attacking us, or they're going to be against us because you see that there are a few objects. They claim that they had tear down. Regardless of that, we're going to have encountering some problem. What the problems? Okay, airlines eventually will raise the price. You want to go from point A to point B or to point F, you're going to come pay more fare. And years ago, fares was rise. I'm talking about over the 70s. It started rising because the price of the gas at that time. Yeah, everybody started going over. There was multiple accidents, multiple things, and then the airline cut the luggage in order to put more passengers. They reduced the space of the seat, and we always jeopardize. And this situation, because now the Congress and the President have put a law that all these objects must be reported, right? I have a story because I'm an airline pilot, retired. I have a story that happens to me in 1976. I was 20 years. And I just giving a break, see if some other people join to the chat, so I can start the story, so I don't have to be repetitive to it. And yes, my principal channel does coins, and I will keep doing coins. The other reason that why I putting this on the chat is to keep in touch to my subscribers, and you can hear something interesting. Yeah, as soon as we are developing this, you're going to find out that it's very interesting, because if you're paying a high fare in airplanes, in airlines, for traveling, expect that is coming. That is coming very high, that many people cannot be able to travel as they do. or because the price is too high, they're gonna rather not to go. Or, for example, in the United States, they're gonna try to go in cars. And yes, this situation affecting everybody one way or the other. So in the internet today, they posting a lot of shirts with flying saucer, UFOs, ovnis, all around United States and all around the world. But what happened? Yeah, we see those short and we press them like and blah blah blah. Sometimes we see the whole video, and very very nice videos. Do this really happening? I think so. It's really happening. And what happened? The people gonna get fears. Right now, we haven't get any problem receiving an attack from these people. And some people say they are bad. Some people say they are good. Some people say they are this or they are multiple race, and they probably from the planet Earth. They be living with us a long time, and I really don't know. But this is not for today. This is not happened from yesterday. This been happened in the whole story, and that's where my story enters. Because when I was having 20 years, I was working with a construction company. That was my first job as a commercial pilot, and it was all around Puerto Rico. And we was landing in places where the company was doing a project. Okay, this company was doing roads, expressways. And we select away a place where they're going to do a runway. We go by and they do a runway. They do an improvised runway. So we was having two airplanes. We having one airplane or one engine and one other airplane. That it was a two-engine airplane. There was a German Dornier, the DO-28-260. It was a very funny airplane to fly. I did love that airplane so much. Last time I saw it, it was around 2000. It was in California. They sold them because the company sold the airplanes, and they sold this airplane in California. And we was having a Cessna 180 that it was having 285 horsepower, and I was able to take off anywhere with a short runway. And yeah, I was able to load it and keep climbing. Yeah, and the airplane was brand new. The Dornier was used, but it was a very nice airplane and very gentle airplane to fly. But I was not inexperienced, because when you get your commercial pilot license, you have plenty hours. And when I start flying, like I said, I was a shoe shine at the airport, and I had plenty friends that took me to fly with them, and they teach me how to fly before I was even getting into a flying school. So by the time I went to a flying school, I was already know how to handle airplanes and landing and do that. And my first solo flight was a very short period. But after that, you learn how to behave on the cockpit of any airplane, what the importance to be a pilot, what you do if emergency occurs, and all that. Is a constant training all the time up to today. The airline gives that training to you every 6 months, to the captain every year, to the co-pilot. And I believe every 12 calendar month to all crew members, like flying starters and all that thing, they give the emergency training. And they keep us up to date. in regulation. They keep up to date in changes that the FAA or navigation source been do, like implementing new features for navigation, like GPS and all that thing. So we have all that training consecutive. Okay, this day it was on 1976. It was between March and July. I was having a flight. I woke up every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning and, go get the plane and go to the place. We was doing a construction of a highway down on Yauco, Puerto Rico. And it was from Yauco to Sabana Grande. It was 7 kilometers. No, we don't do gravity training here. No, not in civil. We don't do gravity training. But I started going over with one the passenger that was the supervisor. He was the main supervisor, and I picked him up at the airport, and we went to our place to work. So in our place to work, sometime I was standby, sometime I was having more flight. If a machine was broke, we had to go travel over to San Juan and pick up two Caterpillars mechanic that they were going to fly with us, and they go and fix the equipment. That equipment cannot break because if they need, the equipment in the construction company, we have to go pick up the mechanics, and the mechanic were 40 miles away, by a little bit more, 60 miles away, because we was about Yauco. And we go pick them up at the airport, get the tools and everything. And these guys were expert. They put any machine to work, and at that time they take all the machinery that need any kind of maintenance, and they give it just right there. Put every machine that the machine doesn't stop in 24 hours. So I was waiting this day, and I received a call by probably 4 o'clock. The supervisor is ready to go, but you guys going over to Aguadilla. Aguadilla, it was where it used to be the Air Force base in Puerto Rico, in the northwest of Puerto Rico. In Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, they call them Borinquen. So I was going there, picking up two other supervisors. One of them was an engineer. And we get there, and they was waiting for us, and they came into a plane, and we're ready to go to the main office. The main office was about probably about 55 miles away. So we heading toward the east. And I climbed, I got everything up, I up there, everything okay. It was a high overcast over the island. So the overcast was moving, and I was flying over underneath the overcast. You have to have certain space between the overcast and the plane where you're flying, and also I was having hills, and I had to be in between the hills and altitude. So I select an altitude that I can go in between both. And now I flying, I head into the main office, and yes, once we get to one of the town, we was having about 35 minutes. It was about 45 minutes, the whole route. I having about 35 minutes, almost reaching the place that I had to go. It was about probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes left on flight time. Suddenly, I have this thing come from nowhere, and now it's a bunch of light. Actually, you don't have to call when you have a private commercial company. Okay, let me explain you. Private company because they don't do like airline scale, and it was a commercial because they was hired me as a pilot. So I was flying with them, and I'm on my route. We have route, we have everything. Where we going and what altitude and all that thing to save gas, and they have compute all this thing, and yeah, even that you're a pilot, you cannot do whatever you want. You have to go follow the rules that the company implement, and that's the route that you take. So they told me to go that route, and I flying over a little town called Agua Buena. That is to the center of the island, but it's more on the north side of the island. So I went through that town, and suddenly these things appear. Yeah, I was 20-year old, and I see this thing coming in the front of me at high speed. And I say, high speed, this thing is going to hit me. So my first attempt was, my first word say, what the hell is that? So the people on the back, they were grown-up men. They started screaming. They started even crying and all that thing. So my first attempt was take a left turn and get out of that thing. But when I started to move to the left, I see this thing is going to hit me on the wind. So I immediately turned back to the meter, and I turned to the right. But on the right, I was having big antennas. And I was flying at that time at 3,500 feet above sea level. And above ground level, there was an antenna that had over 1,000 feet. And it was close to that area. So exactly, I don't know where the antenna was. I was looking for the antenna at the same time, just heading toward this object. And I say, you're going to hit me in the front. I want to see who you are. And yeah, yeah, that was right. Yeah, one of these things that happens. You go over, you are not expecting this to happen, and suddenly this big craft is coming fast and it's gonna hit you. I was surrendered that this thing is gonna hit me, but yeah, I say to myself that if you hit me, we both gonna crash. Because yeah, that thing was big, huge, and today I make 2 pictures. I'm not a drawing. I'm not a drawer. I don't know how to draw, but I imagine that what I put in there, it is more or less what I can saw in the air. And actually, I was monitored the radar frequency. Okay, when you go in a flight, you have different frequency. When you go in a commercial flight, you got a flight plan route. You got the controller that activate the ground control in the airport. You got clearance delivery just in case you go in a commercial route that most of the people fly instrument, and they have to be all the time with radar. So they give you all the instruction where you're going. And once you get on there, you activate your flight plan, and where you keep going, always you'll be talking to somebody. And yes, I'm sorry about the interruption, but yes, you go follow the whole scale, and I was monitor the radar frequency and the radar man. I didn't have to be subject to join to his frequency. So right there, I just decided to call the guy, and I gave him my position. You have to know where you are immediately. Everywhere you have to know where you are all the time in the airport. According to the airport, according to the location where this man is. So I told him where I was, and we got a transponder on the plane, and he got 4 numbers, and he gives you a number that actually actuate a blip over the radar, and he finds you just right there. So I came over, and he take care of me. I was very calm, and I said, I got something in the front that looked like a big helicopter formation. And he say, "Hey, what's that?" He say, "Well, it looked like I have a big formation of helicopters, but these are coming real fast. They're gonna hit me, and they all have the landing light, or it could be like a ship. If you go to one of those cruiser, it was, if you put them on the side, it was like a cruiser with all the rooms with one light on." So I give the description of what I was seeing over to the controller. The controller say, "I don't have nothing like that in here in my scope." So I have a traffic that is coming. They give you yeah, I really want you sending stuff to do, and I don't get to my work. My boss is going to be happy. Yeah, that's right. So what happened? This craft, whatever it was coming very fast, and I have almost no time to do a reaction, and yeah, get away of whatever. But like I tell, you know, I have no option to, just to keep toward him, aiming toward him, because I everywhere I moved, this thing was so huge. It was bigger than the airplane, and everywhere I moved, it was faster coming in. But yeah, and the guy say, "Well, I have two airplane, and the airplane are traffic given you in relation to the clock. The nose of the airplane is 12 o'clock position, the tail is 6, the wind on the right side is 3, the other one is 9. In relation to that, they give you the traffic you have, and I report, he report me to traffic, and I say, well, I got those two traffic inside, but in the middle of them, I got a huge thing that is coming over me very fast, and, I don't got too much time to talk. I don't know what this thing is going to happen. So I told you I was underneath an overcast, so I cannot get in the clouds. I was not permitted to get in the cloud at that time. So I had to do something. If I go down, that thing go down. If I go up, that thing go up. And it was really very, very scary. And now I had the 3 men on my back screaming, and it was oh, yeah, I could do a movie about that, yeah, but this is the first time I say this story on the internet. And eventually the guy responded to me, and after we start talking, there was a big silence on the frequency. There was plenty airplane, it was controlling, but everybody remained shut. And the guy just gave me priority, even that I didn't ask him for priority. Yeah, you could ask him priority, but yeah, I'm on kind of trouble there. But I never request priority. I never request priority because I was not in an emergency side. I was not in a social way that I can say, yeah, I need a priority. I can actually I can do a dogfight with the team. I didn't know how fast, how I can do it, but yeah, I was prepared to do a dogfight with whatever it was. So this thing is coming really fast, and the guy says, "Do you want to declare UFO?" And I say yes, because I don't know what I have in front of me, and I see something that you don't have on the scope. So I seen it. So yeah, the controller in this case, every pilot that do a report like that, the controller itself do a report. Okay, the pilot doesn't have to respond to this report unless somebody is injured or hurt, or the airplane had damage or damaged property or damaged anything. If nothing like that happens, so the pilot don't have to respond to that Oh yeah, you know when you in that position and you know you're playing. Actually, when we go on a training, you have to know you're playing. Myself, I did acrobatic on my course of on my way to be a pilot. And yes, I can do acrobatic in any plane. Many I have tried, many I can say much about this because I can be in problems. But yes, when when this happening, he say you want to report to declare a UFO. Say yes. So everybody keep mouth shut. Nobody's talk. But what happened when you up in the air that everybody knows you, like flying in Puerto Rico, everybody knows you. Everybody say what kind of a line this guy is inventing. Yeah, is what the people think. They are not in there. They can see, or they probably see. They probably see, or they probably not. But they come over with the very narrow point where the pilot is the guilty one. So this guy is lying. We have some liars around here, and this guy is inventing a. Right. So yeah, these guys will immediately come with that. So everybody was shut up, and suddenly I keep my route. The departure released me. The approach control released me to go to the airport I was going. Actually, the company have their own airport in a place is called Las Piedras. In the surrounding area of little towns, we have this little runway where we can go there and go to the office. So, oh yes, everything that happens in the plane, the plane comes to the pilot. Remember, the last authority there, and everything that you do, it is like you have the guilty because you did a bad thing that put you into a problems. And what happened? So I was there, and I was today thinking about this. We land, and the three guys, they were more white than a piece of paper. A piece of shit of paper. They are white, and they were more white of that. And they were commenting in there, in between them. They went straight to the boss. And I was not called. They never told me anything. They never say anything about what happens. I got those witnesses, and yes, it was a big silence. So I saw the boss. He was laughing, and yes, I keep working with the company for about a year after that. And actually, I was thinking today, I never had these guys back on the plane. They were traveling. It was alone traveling by car, but they were transporting by car. And then, yeah, they were thinking about to buy helicopters. And in that time, I was doing only flight with loads. I not even took the mechanic no more. And it was nothing that I had to do with it, because you find something on the air, and you just have to avoid that the way you can, and that's what I did. But yes, many people don't understand that this is what happened. Yeah, maybe they did scare because I was a young pilot, but it wasn't like that, because one of the guys, his daughter, married one of my pilot friends, and he was telling me, yeah, every time that somebody worked with them, and they did a good job for it was a company hires, let's see, one, two, about 5 pilots were to that company at that time. I was about the fourth. The fifth pilot had an accident immediately the same day he was hired. So this guy never flew again, and this other guy that was having the daughter was married with this pilot, and he was saying he was one of the guys that you a pilot. Pilot, this one, pilot, this is my Rosado, pilot, this is other one, because they knew me as a pilot. They was trusting you as a pilot. So for them, there was no other pilot except the people that work for them, that we had to do a challenge, we had to do a landing in a short strip, and without an accident. And I get lucky. I never have any issue with the company, with the plane, with anything, except, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it just today. One day it was raining. It was a very bad day to rain. And they wake me up early in the morning. I said, no, we're going to be standby because the rain, we cannot fly on rain, and it's very bad over there. And the runway is flooded. I say, okay. And we went over the place about, we went over the place about probably about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and we was having a radio on the plane that communicate with everybody in the company. All the tractors were having a radio. All the offices were having radio. So we communicate with them, and we have some supervisor that they can come over and check the surface. If I see something on the runway that I have to be taken out, I just call the guy and say, well, I need to get this thing off. So I went over, I make a low pass, and I make a rear nice low pass, and I saw a river on the runway. And I talked to the owner of the plane, and I say, you don't want me to land on that river, right? He said, yeah, I want you to land on that river. I said, you sure? So I said, well, if that's what you want, I do it. I get paid for that. So, I take the chance, and I land on there. And I went over, and I slow down, and put this airplane in about 3 feet of water. Bang! Boom! And we land in there. I get off the plane. The plane was floated. Everything was floated. The plane sank on the mud, and they had to take a crane, lift up the plane, and get the water out of it. Yeah, but this never happened. Eventually, you got some people make you think do stupidities, but at that time, I didn't care. I just wanted to get there, no matter what. Yeah. And the owner get mad, and he was having a gun, and he started shooting on the air. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, this guy is crazy, man. I said, no, the crazy was you. You told me to land, and I did what you told me to do. Don't play with me because I do whatever you want to do. I'm get paid for this. So this guy never came back on the plane as a passenger, and it was something that today I was thinking. I don't recall my mind after that. We have that incident with what we saw in there. That I never saw these people flying again. One of them got a massive heart attack. That was the guy that his daughter married a friend of mine, and the other one was having a drinking issues, and he died on the road drinking, coming out of work or something like that. He crashed his car. And the other one should be alive, and I don't know that this guy is still flying. But if he's never get on the plane, it was not my fault. It was not my fault because I was not expecting to have what I did have. Now, I'm gonna show you what I have. I got just a picture that I draw. I'm gonna explain you. Let me put myself here small so I can explain. Not this one. I can explain what. Okay, I'm gonna put myself small so I can see you. Let's see. All right, I got a picture that I did. Okay, let me see if I can get this camera in there. Okay, I got a picture that I drew. Imagine this is the cockpit. You see the cockpit, right? You see the cockpit, and looking from the inside of the plane, this is what I was seeing. So this thing was flying toward me at very high speed. So as more closer it was getting to me, and more bigger I see the light. So I flying in the plane. This is the plane, right? And every time that I was moving here, moving there, that thing was coming fast. And yes, it's not what we seen today. It is not. Yeah, it could be some spheres, but it was a whole craft. So this is what I found while I was flying, and now I got the plane bouncing because turbulence and things like that, and I got that thing coming into me very high speed. That's what I got. And okay, average landing in Puerto Rico, flooded planes say mass shooting. Yeah. This is very very weird because actually when you are on the air, you don't gonna find this thing, this obstacle. You can see the sky. I trying to picture the horizon in here. I was trying to picture the horizon in here so you can more or less see what I was founding. Now imagine you go in a commercial plane and you're looking at the window, you find something like this. Right? Now what you gonna do? You're gonna call who? You're sitting on the back of the plane and you don't know what you're gonna find. Actually, the whole picture of what I saw was this. This is the whole picture. This is what it was coming to my plane. So now this is a drawing that I made to tell the people this is what I saw. And you will tell to me, well, that's nothing. That is like a square with some circle in there. And how come that thing was flying? Yeah. But after this come off, that everything was all set, the Department of Defense wrote me a letter that on Vieques is an island that we have, and actually from the point that I was, it was about 60 to 70 miles away. So whenever the Marine was practicing, we was having the base on Rosie Rose, the Marine base on the southeastern side of Puerto Rico. They was practicing shooting. They was shooting to Vieques western side and eastern side, and at the corner of Vieques they was practicing. And yes, they was putting flares that we accustomed to see. The flare goes up probably about 1,500 feet, and it's a big ball. And when the balls open up, they lit up the place like daylight, and they use it mostly at night. I was coming on the twin on the twin light. When I show you the picture, I didn't point this. Let me get the picture back here. Okay, let me get the picture back here. So I was coming on the twin light, and this thing, you see, I was flying over an overcast, and you can see that these are the clouds of the overcast. I was getting out of that edge of the overcast, so I was going out of the area where the overcast, and then over the other area behind these clouds over here, it was totally clear. It was having plenty visibility, and yeah, I could go from there nice. I was about 15 minutes probably from the place I was gonna have to land. But yes, you go in there, and one of the things that happens to the pilot is that we as a human, we can respond to the emergency. Whatever the emergency you have, you respond to it like nothing is happening, and that our training does. Uh, you go with that all the way down to the end, and after you come. No, the co-pilot was one of the supervisors. It was a plane that you can manipulate alone, and the co-pilot was the one of the supervisors, and he was there sitting on the co-pilot. He attempted to get the controls of the plane, but he didn't know how to fly. So I pushed his hands off and said, "Don't touch it, don't touch it. I got too much with what I seen here. Don't touch the plane. Just restrain your hands to get in there." So it was like a nightmare, in a few seconds, and then you keep going because now you got that on your mind where this thing come from, and now you more alert because you got something that you was not expecting, and now you're looking everywhere. Actually, pilots look everywhere. When you're flying, you go here, looking there, so you don't have somebody coming in and have a collision course and have a collision with somebody. So I was more alert. I was looking everywhere like a crazy, looking where this thing went up, because there was a time that when this thing came in, it was suddenly. We was not expecting that to come, and it come like somebody turned on the light, in the space, in the air. Somebody turned all those lights and somebody shut them up because they flew away. There was no way that to tell you that was gone. There was not a way that you can think that thing is gonna turn so fast. And yes, you notice the speed when you was coming into a collision course. And that thing was huge, and it was fast. But yes, like I say, my main reason is just to keep with you guys, is just to bring you something that may help us. Now, every one of us, like me, I live in USA. My family is all the way down 2,000 miles away in Puerto Rico, and sometimes I have brothers that they are in Florida. I have brothers that they are in Philly. I have brothers in Virginia. I have a sister here. The rest of them, they are on Puerto Rico. If I have to go, I mean I can go to Florida by car. I can go to Virginia by car. I can go to Pennsylvania by car. I can go over my sister. I see her every day because I work for her. But yeah, if I have to go to Puerto Rico, there is not a road. You cannot put the GPS to go to Puerto Rico and get in any road, because there is all sea, and it's 3 hours and a half, almost 4 hours from here to Puerto Rico in a big jet. And eventually, this will scare pilots. This will scare company owners, because yeah, they have put fears to everybody. I'm going to tell you something. If you think that this will going to be doing something to me, it wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's right. So if I have a fear for this thing will gonna do something to me because I was a little airplane, yeah, they have the chance if they wanted to do, because the way that I telling you the story and why we get scared is because it's something out of the control of our hands. It's something that you cannot stop. Like for example, you go in a road in a car and you see that a truck is gonna hit you. You can pull to the right, open the door, and run away. Sometimes you got that time to do it and get out of the car. But I cannot park the plane and go out of the door because that thing is going to hit the plane. And yeah, if you go in a plane, everybody now carry a little camera with them. And everybody carry any camera like this one, and they go over and they take pictures over the windows. Now you got something like that, or you got one of the ones that they seen today, flying close to the plane. Hey guys, okay, if I hit something on the air, you better bet that we are gonna be shut down. If I hit any craft in the air, me and the craft, we going both down. It's not that you're gonna keep flying with the wind shaking. No. It's not gonna happen. No black bars on the plane, no, because it's a little plane. But if you hit something with the wind, you hit something with the fuselage, you hit something with something, you're going down. I mean, it's not, you are not gonna stay there. As well, whatever hit you, like if this craft hit me at the speed it was coming, probably he will eat us, because the speed that he was having, it was so fast that yeah, it will disappear, disintegrate us just right there on the air. But this thing will crash too. So I don't think, unless hypothetically, if there is any aliens in surrounding our sky, they don't want to hit any airplane. I don't think so. They fly next to them so they can see it, but I haven't seen any attack on any airplanes. Right, with that speed, they can cut a plane in half, and that's it. They will keep going, and yeah, actually, they will crash because the damage is going to be substantial to them too. Only they have a kind of a metal that go and inflate back, But that doesn't happen. You got something on the air, is coming at high speed. This thing hit you, and both of you are going to go down. It's no way that something is going to remain in the air without having damage. But yeah, the intention that they follow airplane and the intention that they crossing airplane is not just to create damage to anybody. I don't think they will create damage to anybody, because nobody wants to do any damage to nobody. And yes, they could have feeling or not. It's a real thing. It's happening. Somebody from the outer space, somebody from the center of the air, somebody from the center of somewhere, from the moon or from where, is coming in craft. They are different craft that have been seen, different type. Sooner like yesterday, they report an earthquake on Texas, and that earthquake felt very hard all the way down to the east of many other towns around surrounding Texas, and they say they felt a big explosion. If you look at the internet, there is a guy that yeah, that right. We could fit as experiment. Yeah, but yesterday, soon as yesterday, they had an earthquake, and they were saying that it was a 4.6 or 4.7 earthquake. But there is a guy that analyzed earthquakes, and he came over yesterday, and he was showing what it was happening in that area. And the video that I saw yesterday, you have to go to that area and look for this guy, and he will show the video. It was like something was on the sky leaving spheres on the back, and you see the sky going, and you see the spheres on the back. And they say that an airplane shot them, and that is very, very weird, because the point where they feel the earthquake, and they have an agency in here that detect immediately where the earthquake is born, right? So they had 3 dots in that area. So it's like a triangle, and apparently whatever they shut down get down the ground, and they hit on 3 places, and they hit far, very, very, very high speed and very hard, that they create the earthquake, because there was nothing like the regular earthquake that happens inside the land, inside the sea, that you say, well, here is an earthquake here. Right, that what they say. I don't know if that really happens, but that was the explanation, was that they were so fast that they create a big explosion, and the explosion was felt to the very far away point on Texas in the east side and in the west. So this created this earthquake, but how can you know? How do you know that this is going to happen if you're living on a place, you're quiet in your house, and suddenly one of these craft damaged in the air, exploded, crashed near your house? What would you do? I'm going to tell you something. If you come anywhere on the place, and you get an airplane and you land in any road, the people are gonna stop. Are gonna stop just to go and see you and see the plane, because they like the plane. Oh, we want to see that plane. What happened? What happened? You know what this? And they're gonna go over. Maybe that may happen. I don't want to mention that name, but yeah, it may happen. You know that. Today, everybody is trading. Everything is a threat. Everything is something new for the people. But yeah, if I see one of these craft landing in front of my house, hey, I'm gonna be the first one running to there, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna get inside that thing, and they're going to have to teach me how to fly, for sure. I don't know how language we use. How do they going to, but they're going to have to teach me how to fly that thing, man. And probably they are not going to be there anymore. It's going to be for me. Yeah, this is the thing. You go in a helicopter, you land anywhere in there, and you get the area where you land full of people. So now you cannot take off, because you got people that they are unsafe. You have to get police to get the people out of there, so you can take off back on your helicopter and go. That's why airplanes and helicopters have a place that they go. It's called an airport. It's a rectangular piece of road that sometimes take a mile and a half. And yeah, they put those objects to land in there. Yeah, in the United States we use some places like hospitals. I think in Florida they have some restaurant that you can go in helicopter. And you park your helicopter in there and you can go lunch and, take off out of there and go. But they are... Yeah, but the thing is that you find an UFO that is an abstract craft. If you go in the road and something fall down and you see that something fall down out of the sky or lands ahead out of the sky and you find that it's a UFO, what are you going to do? You're going to be afraid? I don't think I will get afraid no matter what. Okay, let's put it this way. If there is something out there, regardless what the place is coming from, they have to be like us. They have to have two hands, they have to have two legs, and they have to have a head with or without hair, eyes, and mouth, and something to breathe. It's the only thing that could be smart, that you have a brain in here. If you don't have a brain, so it cannot be an alien that come over flying a machine. And yes, that is something weird. Yeah, right. So, what happened? If you go there and you find a craft landing on the road, I don't think there is nothing to be afraid. They are not going to take you nowhere. And if they take me, I very sure I going to drop them somewhere because I taking care of that craft. It's going to be mine, okay? It's not going to be from nobody. They're going to have to teach me in a few seconds how to fly that thing, and I will keep it. I will drop them out of the craft. Yeah, but no, this is a joke. But the thing is that now, Dart, you invite me to your house, or you not invite me to your house. I just show on your door on the house, and you gonna shut me because you don't know me, because I was not invited. And yeah, that's what actually we have is happening today, and is happening around the world. The people, instead of trying to have a talk with these subjects, with this event that happening daily, this happening on Iraq, it happening on Ukraine, happening on Russia, happening on China, happening in South Korea, North Korea, happening everywhere. United States full of those craft today. Now they take it. I think I'm not there on the chair of the president, but why to shut them? Why don't to force them to land? Why you know what is gonna happen? That they've been lying so much time, and they've been hiding this event, and now the people actually want to know what they are. This is not going to happen until somebody captures one of these aliens in between a group, and they come alive or they come dead because the people kill them. And the human being is very strange. You can be the nicest man, right? It's automatic defense. You can be the nicest man on the world. You can be the man that you don't break a glass not to get hurt nobody. But what happened? You see an alien coming out there, a bunch of people are going to run to capture him. Whether or not they can let the people capture, they're going to do whatever just to kill him, to hold it, and then come in a newspaper, come with a camera. Hey, we captured this guy. What happened with the chupacabra in Puerto Rico? Everybody was looking for the chupacabra in the time of the 70s, when the chupacabra, and when they were saying it was an alien, but we never find a chupacabra. We never find a chupacabra. A chupacabra is gone, and this was very weird because it was sucking the the animals, cows and horses and hens. It will kill 1,000 hens in 2 seconds. Suck the blood, and there was no blood in these dead bodies. And this is something that put you to think, what is this weird thing coming from? Who who's doing it? Yeah, nobody can take a strobe and get your jugular and suck your blood. It's not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. And right, yeah, you're right. The bigger fear of the man is the unknown, and when you are in front of that unknown, you do whatever you get in your alert system, and you can do whatever. But eventually, they're gonna keep lying. They're gonna keep hiding this information or whatever they got, and sometime it's gonna happen. One of these crabs is gonna have an emergency. It's gonna land in a place. Especially they land in Puerto Rico, they gonna get them because they don't gonna let them go. There is so many people that are gonna get against them, and they're gonna get them. And especially in United States too, if they land somewhere over there, the people are gonna. I don't know if you saw the people on what was Pakistan, that they was taking a big airplane from the United States, filling up the people inside, and the people hang on the plane, and they fall out of the sky because the people didn't want to leave the plane. They didn't want to let the plane to go. Yeah, that's going to happen to a flying saucer. The people are going to climb on top of it, and they cannot take off. And yeah, and this is weird because we have fear to the unknown, but we like to be in there when this unknown thing happens. And we like to get there. We want to see what going on. We want to see everybody. You, me, the neighbor, the people on the other town, the people on Puerto Rico, the people on Russia. We want to check what's happening. And before that thing happens, and I don't think this is a group of aliens that come to do bad things. Now, let's change the coin on the other face. We just saw the outburst of the coin, right? That's the way that is what we have now. Now, United States go to different places. They go to Mars. They go to the moon. Imagine that United States go over to Mars, and they found Somalians there with machine guns. And once the craft coming in, they start shooting the craft. And, tear the United States craft. What are they going to do? Even worse like that, worse. All machines always have a defect. That is a workman tools, a workman crafted. Let's assume somebody goes over to the moon. The United States don't want to go to the moon. I don't know why. But let's see that they put a craft there, and on the takeoff, they lose an engine, and they cannot go. They have crashed. How do they going to rescue them? Will they be able to go there in 24 hours? I don't think it's going to happen. Imagine going to Mars, that is 2-3 days. All right, yeah, maybe there is a Rambo alien. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it sounds interesting because we never talk about this. That can happen. I don't know if NASA do. And what one of the big things that shocked me was when the teacher in the Apollo that crash that exploded on the air was there. I saw this person getting into the craft, and I saw when that thing burn out and explode. And yeah, this may happen not only in Earth. About those guys go over to the space and go to the moon, go to Mars, and you got a tripulated craft over to Mars, and on the takeoff back here, they have an emergency. Well, how you gonna get those guys here? Do they able to success to a crash? You imagine somebody's gonna die there because on the crash he get a big cut on the stomach and nobody can sew him back and put him the way he was supposed? No, it's not gonna happen. So we're thinking that yeah, we're gonna shut them because they invading our airspace. Yeah, but do we do the same when we go over all the planets? With a craft, with a sonda, with whatever? We're invading them. And nobody shot us. Nobody shot any one of our craft. Why do we have to shot them? It's not, hey, let's wait until something happens. And if we need to do something like that, yeah, we just take the last moment before we can even try to communicate, and I think in the world there is a lot of lack of communication. You got it right, I got it right, these other people have rights, so we just violating the right of everyone. And we want to be me, 1, 2, 3, and if there is something for everyone else, it's gonna be for me. And this is one of the worst thing to talk. Yeah, I think that we're getting too deep on this. But going back to the story, after the Department of Defense told me that there was a light on Vieques, I got another man that was this man was famous because they was saying he was lying because he was the first one right. That right is there always there is a right to answer. But I tell you, this guy that he was the first one say that he found a little man with long ears and they were green in El Yunque, Puerto Rico. And yes, he was a good pilot. He was the best pilot that I have ever met. His mom, she was a teacher in the school that I was that I did my my high school. She was a teacher in there, but he was having a brother and a girl, a sister, and the brother is a singer. He was a pilot, and his father was a police tenant over the area where we live, down in Puerto Rico. But this guy approached to me on custom, and I think it was Mausan from Mausan TV. I think it was. And when I talked to him, he wanted me to get an interview with him and tell him all about what I saw. And he said, I got a report from that you make on the Department of Defense. I got the Department of Defense, what they send you, and all that thing. And he showed it to me. I said, yeah, that happens about 2-3 years ago, and yeah, today I can't talk. They was having that limitation that we can talk about flying saucer that time. And actually, I couldn't get the answer that he was deserved at that time. I couldn't give it to him. But he say, what did you saw? And he got a big book. And he opened with a lot of pictures. And I was opening the picture until I saw this. When I saw this on that book, I say, this is what I saw. And he say, oh really? And he told me, he been seen here, he been seen there, he been seen there. He told me all the place that thing was seen. And Mausan, if you was the one and you see this video, I don't know if you remember this. If you have this picture of the one you showed me in Puerto Rico, You can put them in there, and you can say whether it's true what I'm saying or not. Because he went to do an interview, and actually, I was a little filled back because he flew over to do some investigation. One of the investigation was my issue, and yes, and it is so sad that you have to go in a place and you find some other things that you are not having on your hands, and it's so sad that you're trying to do an interview with somebody, and that body, because the job obligation and because the rules don't allow you to get to him, and it's so sad, and I think it's a kind of respectful. And I see that from that day, and I was feeling so sorry, but nothing I couldn't do. I was with my hand tied, otherwise I wouldn't lose a job. And and he understood me at that time. But yeah, it is very, very bad. Now, I would say, what would you do if you go in your car, on your truck, you own your house, and now you see a craft coming from nowhere, landing on your yard, landing on top of your house, landing ahead of your truck, ahead of your car? You're gonna run them over, or you're gonna stop, see what they need, trying to get a communication. No, all right. Everybody will be afraid of them. Everybody will think that these people will be mean. Of course, if this happened today, right? Yeah, but the thing is that you can do those interviews. Right, I got this picture. I got some other experience that I haven't count, and I don't want to start over because I don't want my channel to become a UFO channel. My channel is gonna be based on coins. I all I want to do, I respect all the people that are doing this type of interview, and I'm very grateful because I like the subject. Snackeros, news and Snackeros, TV Mausan. There is another guy on Peru, I think it is. That is three story about, and they have relative very nice histories about UFO. And when I got the time and I'm not doing that, I just I do have another. I do have another channel. I do have another channel that I'm a musician. I sing and I do songs in there, and I can sing. Yeah, well, I don't know if I can keep doing. I did that about 4 or 5 years ago. I did some song with my own letters and my own music. I was thinking to do that because I was trying to put a music on my channel, but I just you see the piano on the back. I play guitars. I can play violin, viola, piano, name it. I've been a musician since I was a little kid. But yes, I got that other channel. It's called Ismael Rosado, and you can go in there. It's at Ismael Rosado, and you will see it on YouTube. I now actually I put in some of these videos over that channel to see if I grow both channels at the same time. But yes, in that channel I can go over and yeah, that would be a good title for that one. Yeah, but actually I don't like to get in the people in the people, what they do, because yeah, we working here. We have a lot trying to get the coins to show it to the people to get the best coins, and it is a lot of work. You know, trying to keep a channel. One of the things that I have here today, and I have to do this. I just want to keep a tracking with my people. I don't want to lose you guys. I don't want to leave you standing there. And I say I'm gonna go for 3 boxes of pennies, or 3 boxes of nickels. I got the boxes here because the bank doesn't have any. So if I cannot go to the bank and get the coins, I cannot do another video. You know, so I had the boxes here standby waiting for the bank to call me, and they tell me, hey, I got the nickels, so I can go change the 3 boxes of nickels, so I can come over here and do a video for you. But yeah, I do have plenty coins. I do have plenty dollars that I can talk about it, but I don't want to be doing repetition. Other channels do the same. And yes, we are always looking for the new things to put on. And if I can find a new thing to put on, you know, I will do it. But actually, I didn't have any coin that I want to talk that is not in the internet. I don't want to stop anybody that have do a job like that. Takes a long time to prepare an hour of streaming. Takes a long time to you update your information so you can do a video with the information, and somebody come over and, you know, copy that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, you know, do something like you do, like I do it, or like anyone else do it. And in the other hands, when we talk about coins, when we talk about the story of coins, we have to talk the same thing, because there is nothing new on that coins unless somebody has found something that is out of yeah, I always gonna be happy. But you know, I want you guys to understand that there is no more story. We always gonna say the same story. The coin was plated here, the coin was done in here. There is so many coins around. Yeah, and this is a standard because this comes from a book. You know, we all read the book. And when you see the book, everything is written in there. How many coins, what the grade that they have graded, and how many coins they have found. And it's just right here in the book. But yeah, we cannot change the pattern. It's the only thing that we can do. Change a little bit the pattern, the way that we do the thing. But yes, they are going to be similar history, because there is nothing written except what is written on the books. And yeah, that's why everybody that you see that they do hunting and they do a coin, yeah, it could be the way the people speak, you know, the way that the people act, that you like it. But yes, it is so nice to meet a lot of people. Yesterday, by the way, when I did the first video that I was announcing that I was coming about to talk about this subject, I was having an event for that today. 2 people just went out of my subscribers. You know, I try to do the best. I try to keep you guys with a good information, so you can know that I'm here. I'm here. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for coins. I'm looking for dollars. I'm looking for many other things. But yeah, we're still having some bank that they deal with us, especially the TD Bank and Hometown Bank and Webster First Bank. Those 3 banks always deal with me. And yeah, I got a priority in what the coins are. They give me priority on that, and if they found it, yeah. Yeah, that could be robots, but yeah, I don't know if you hear about Elon Musk the other day was talking about the robots. Uh, he was talking about the robot and the dangerous that they can be. And he was saying about I don't know if you remember the movie of the robot, that the robots was starting to do whatever they want and kill everybody. He said that may happen on real life. So he was telling Elon Musk was telling the people, that let's stop dealing with it, because this is not a joke. You're gonna have a brain that overcome and over a way over the human mind. They think more faster than us and all that thing. And he say no, it's not gonna work that way, because we're gonna destroy the whole world with robots. And they call them AI, artificial intelligence. So he told he was exhorting the people to stop artificial intelligence for that reason, because you got a computer, and yeah, I was having an idea about those UFOs that you see. Do these computers that the people throw away, that sometimes they keep kind of a voltage on them, they are the ones that creating this sphere and throw it up to the air somehow? I don't know. I always try to look for something. Yeah, yeah. And once they do, they won't stop it, because remember that once the human, when the human wants to do something, they want to go for it. Nobody stop them. Then after you make a mistake, like having robots that they are more intelligent than the robot, hey, those robots are gonna be doing the same. They be doing the same. They will have more skill and more intelligent than the human being, and they could do whatever they want. And who knows what they make. And that's why Elon Musk he have a video on the internet where he tell the whole world not to keep dealing with the AI. And yeah, this is a challenge. This is a challenge. But you can do the AI with one way to use it in something like assembling cars and do this, but you don't know who can come over and this program what they are doing, and they put them to do something else. They use them for killing people. They use them to be mistreating everything, even for robbing. So that was Elon Musk was trying to stop this, and he said he gonna stop it. And the demand of these robots is getting very, very high. Especially NASA is trying to get robots over to Mars and something like that. And yeah, it is a thing that is gonna affect all of us. At least that right, yeah. But no, I just gonna keep my channels up to date with coin. But just going into a conversation that you have some subject to do. Yeah, we can talk about that. But it is amazing when you read and you see video that how the changes in the world, and how the changes with the humanity, and yes, I say the human being is only one way to be destroyed, by ourselves. There's no other thing that is gonna destroy us. I don't see alien is gonna come and destroy us. I think the humanity is gonna kill themselves, because we have fear to the unknown, and when we get to the unknown, we are going to be. Oh yes, yeah. The coin is good to keep. And talking about the coins today, I just wanted to do that little parenthesis because I didn't have actual coins to show up today. But yeah, I want to keep talking to you guys. I want to keep you alive. I don't want to leave you without something. And you know, I starting to do this stream on live, and I think right, yeah, yeah, it's the only thing that may happen that it happened like Noé on on a rain, and the world get destroyed. But yeah, today the thing go farther beyond that. We're having wars everywhere. We're having people with no mind, with no brain, and somebody can come and push the red button, and they think that I show you this, and I gonna blow that, you know, and I gonna survive. There's nobody gonna survive, man. There's no way. And of course, you gotta be prepared for everything, and everything today is so weird and so powerful that the people don't understand the powerful of destroying weapons. But I don't want to talk in that. I don't want to enter on that. I just gonna keep humble with my coins. Do you have any other question, Dart? Anybody else around the live chat that was high that want any question to do? I think we had been for almost an hour and 30 minutes. And yes, it's been a nice chat. And yes, I like to end it here. And yeah, this is story that happens, and yeah, I hope some people can at least give me a like on the video on the live chat, and if someone want to subscribe, one day we can speak in French together, my friend. Yeah. Maybe I not fluently like I used to be on the French, but yeah, I can do something in there. Yeah, I've been forgetting all my French because of lack of practice. It's forgetting all my my Portuguese with the lack of practice here. I just speaking English and Spanish, but yeah, sometime we can say some word on French. And hey, Dart, thank you to coming. Appreciate you visiting. And if someone else like this video, give me a finger up, subscribe. It don't cost you nothing. And yeah, I may give you a surprise. I may change the subject because I didn't have coin to show. But yeah, remember, my head is going up to numismatic coins all the time. All the time. No matter what. Okay, that would be good, Dart. That would be good. Yeah, I trust you. You know, I've been in a place like pharmacy that I have found people that they from Canada, and they found that I have a weird accent. They say, yeah, you from Puerto Rico. No, but it's not the accent of Puerto Rico. Yeah, I used to be living on Martinique. When I was flying, I was having a route, and I lived for a while in there. And I was a little bit, you know, usable, you know, on the French. I was going over those little islands over there, and yeah, I was very fluently. But once you go out of there, you never practice the French again. But it's not bad to catch it back. Yeah, sometime with the nose words, I may probably have problem, but yeah, I can go ahead for it. Thank you, Dart. Thank you, guys. and I hope you can subscribe to my channel and give me a finger up. This won't cost you nothing for you, but you will learn. If I could learn, and yeah, if I could learn, you guys can do it too. I'm gonna say bye-bye to all of you, and I hope you got the best of the week. Even that we have snow after we was having a few weeks of no snowing, and it was very high temperature in here, and very low temperature up and down. We will have snow today, and supposed to stop by tomorrow. So guys, have a good evening, good morning, or a good afternoon, and Milo Transportation /moneda /coin is signing off. All right, have a happy dreaming, Dart, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.